Hi everyone and welcome to this Energise practice. We're going to get straight into a vinyasa flow today and we're working with flexion and extension this week. So come to the top of your mat. And before we start, I just want you to place your hands on your hips here, push your pelvis forward, lift push your boobs forward and draw your shoulders back and down. And then maybe a slight bend in the knees here. I want you to imagine you're lifting up and out of the spine. Or the pelvis really. And that requires me to recruit my core strength. And then I want you to flex forward now. So tuck the chin, roll the shoulders down, and rest the forearms on the knees. Squeeze through the front body to flex the back body and create heaps of space. Down the muscles of the side of the spine. Maybe tucking the pelvis towards the face to release the sacrum. And then rolling all the way up to stand, shoulders back and down, rib cage draws together, legs are active. Big inhale, arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Bend the knees. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, high plank. Drop the knees. Micro bend in the elbows. Then another 20%, then another 20%. And then come down to lie on your tummy, but lift your chest through your elbows, tuck them down your side waist, baby cobra. Extension of the spine by squeezing the scapula together and down, rolling the humeral heads together and back. Push through a low plank. Tuck toes, high plank. Bend the knees, send the hips back, down dog. Big breath here. Bend the knees quite a lot. Look at the hands. Jump the feet to the hands. Halfway lift. Extend out of the waist. Forward fold. Peel up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant hands, you can jump back to plank or step. You can drop the knees or keep them up. Lower, halfway, push back up. Halfway, push back up. Squeeze through the core. Drop the knees, lower, all the way down to baby cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze and point the feet and toes. Push back through a quadruped to a child's, tuck toes, down dog. Raise the right leg in line with the hips and turn the hips down towards the ground and squeeze the inner seam of that right leg, I should say. We're going to draw the right knee to the forehead, which will require us to flex the spine. And then send it back. Spine lengthens. Flex right knee to the forehead, I should say. Squeeze and flex. Lengthen. Like you're pushing through mud or honey with that right heel. Squeeze and bend. Last time here to extend and drop that right foot. If you need to come down for a rest, do that. Otherwise, I'm going to do the same on the other side. So lift the left leg just to the height of the hips. Push the ground away. Squeeze through the core. Flex by curling and rounding that spine. Left knee comes towards the forehead. Right knee can stay bent. Kick actively through that left foot. Whole inner seam of left leg is really active. Squeeze, contract through the core to lift the knee towards the forehead. Inhale, push it back. Last time, squeeze, contract, exhale. Inhale, push it back. Both feet to the ground. Look to the hands, bend the knees, step or jump. Fold forward, deep bend at the knees. Let the abdomen rest on the quads. Roll up, inhale. Slight extension, but I'm using my core. I'm not necessarily just chucking myself back. I'm lifting up long and squeezing through the abdomen to then open to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant hands, step or jump, high plank. This time we're going to come through an up dog, so lower just as much as you can control the head, shoulders and pelvis staying on the same plane. Then push through, curl over the toes, lift the hips up off the ground. Chest is broad, core and pelvic floor are drawing up. Tuck toes, exhale, down dog. Raise right leg, squeeze right knee to forehead. Step, come up, high crescent. Long in the side waist, ribs drawing together and down. Arms are long and coming all the way up out of the scapula so they're lifted towards the ears. Plant the left foot, warrior two. Arms are broad. Like the lengthening out of your shoulders. Right forearm to right quad. Left arm all the way over. Maybe lifting right arm, but that might mean you need to come up and out because we're squeezing the entire 360 degrees of the core to support this slight lean towards the right. Legs are strong, drawing energy up and out of the ground. Pelvis slightly tucked. Squeeze that right glute for one more breath in. And exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back to the left and come through a vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left foot up. Squeeze left knee to chin, to forehead I should say. Plant the left foot. Come up, crescent lunge. Skull is stacked over pelvis, slight bend in the back leg, and then open up, warrior two. Keeping the arch raised in that back right foot. Stacking my torso over my pelvis, tucking my chin, but gazing over those left fingertips into the middle distance. Take the left forearm to the left quad, extend the right arm all the way overhead, lift up and out of the waist then to lift the left arm, squeezing everything from the ground up, through the legs, through the torso, and out the arms. And then plant the hands beside either side of that left foot and step back, down dog. How are we going for our time together? I didn't press the thing, but okay, bend the knees. Step or jump to the hands. Hands rest on quads. We're going to touch the ground and then we're going to spring to jump up and touch the ground again, so it looks like this. Jump, touch, jump, touch. But I want you to keep that connection of the abdomen and quads when you sink down. So you're squatting, you're extending through the chest. You don't need to look at your hands, they'll find the ground. 3, 2, 1. Plant the hands, lean from a squat on your tiptoes towards crow pose. So this means that the shins are going to connect with the forearms And maybe you can imagine that you're just going to tilt your weight forward over your wrists. And if crow pose is in your practice, go for it. If not, maybe coming even further onto the tippy toes, extending through the spine like we've been practicing, allows you to maybe lift the toes, maybe connect the toes. Extend out of the chest, squeeze the back body, squeezing the triceps together, and then lower down. Extend the legs, long, bend in the knees, lift the arms all the way up. And forward fold, flex through the spine, and just allow the hands to rest wherever is a stretch for the back body here for you. I like to have a nice deep bend in my knees to allow my tummy to rest on my quads, and then I let my head completely relax to release the back of the neck. And if you've got time here, I encourage you to lie down and take a brief rest. Maybe whack on one of the guided meditations from Heartfelt. Otherwise, thanks for practicing with me. I hope you feel energized, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.